Good morning, afternoon, Facebook. Do you know, some days just don't go your way, and today's one of those days. I've got so much to do. But I've been thinking about this for a while now. I've seen a lot of things like this, and I really liked them. So I thought I should show you guys a little breakdown of how to make a six-figure income, right? This is what people talk about all the time. Actually, when I was working at a school, I was on about 20 grand a year and didn't get paid very much, and it was quite a difficult period of my life. You know, I was in debt, I had debt collectors, all that kind of stuff. When I moved to getting a six-figure income, it was kind of a massive step, and if I'd have looked at it now, like 5 times what I was earning at that point, it seemed like I'd never get to that. Like, it's just impossible to get to. So I'm going to break it down for you. You can see it's behind me. So I'm going to show you just what a six-figure income really breaks down to. And then I'm going to tell you a couple of ways you can achieve this. Maybe not now. It could be in a year or two. But it certainly, there's a way forward. So lots of people watching, which is great. Nice to see you all. Hello, Lee, who said hello to me a second ago. So here we go. Are you ready for this? Super simple. I'm going to move my fat head, and then you're going to see it. And I'm going to explain what it is. So it's a fairly simple process, right? I broke this down in a straightforward way, and the easiest way to do it is look at days. Now, right, for some of you people that are going to watch this, you're going to say, hey, Nikki, some of you are going to say, oh, well, you don't want to sell time for money, but let's just assume time for money is the first place you would start. People talk about info products and all the various different ways you can get passive income, all that kind of stuff. But let's just look at time for money, because actually as an employee or a contractor or whatever you might want to be, this is a simple way to do it just by having a job. If you take up that and then become an entrepreneur and look at info products and various other different bits and bobs, this is also achievable as a passive income. And it breaks down like this. So I've done it as 200 days, 200 workable days. I think that's what you have in life, 200 working days. If you look at all the weekends, you take all the weekends away, take away bank holidays, take all the other sort of holidays and that out of the way, you end up with about 200 days. And for easy maths, quick maths, we'll use that. Hey, Melinda, nice to see you. So 200 days, 100 grand, that's what we're looking at here. If we break that down then in days, we get to a sort of good number that we need to work towards. So 50 grand is 100 days, 25 grand is 50 days, 5 grand is 10 days, £500 is 1 day. So to earn £100,000 in a year, or in 200 days, if you worked every day for the next 200 days, you would have to earn £500 a day. Now that sounds quite a lot, especially if you're working a job where it's like £12 an hour or £10 an hour. If we break that down to an hourly rate, £500 for a day equates to £62.50 an hour for an 8-hour working day. Now, most entrepreneurs, or whatever you want to call us, we work more than 8 hours a day. I can tell you that. Certainly when you make the jump, it feels like more like 25 hours a day. But let's just say 8 hours a day, so we actually have a life and some time to play PlayStation, right? Because that's important. Actually, I've gone off PlayStation. It's more about the Xbox, but we'll leave that for now. £62.50 an hour is what you need to earn to get to 100 grand. Now, I don't feel like that's a lot of money. Now, let's talk about some of the industries where you might pay £62.50 an hour. A plumber is a good industry. Adam, can you give me some industries where you would pay £60 an hour for a service? We sell our editing services at £60 an hour, so that's why this kind of works well. Other industries you might work, bloody hell, lawyers and solicitors, they charge like 120 quid an hour, right? Yeah. So it doesn't take you to work out 120 quid, 200 grand. Physio? The console's part of the pool. Physio, yeah, physio. So some of them are like 30 quid, some physiotherapy and all that kind of stuff between 30 and 60. Anyway, you get the picture. There's quite a few industries where these numbers make some kind of sense. So then you can think about, well, how would you get to this level? And this is why I always say, we're talking about, hey, Adam, you're Nicky's best friend now, Adam. So I was talking about the ways in which you could do this and why I said it might not be an instant way to do it. How I did it was I became a contractor, an IT contractor, and that was the day rate that I was aiming for at the time. Now, it took me about 6 years to learn the trade that got me to becoming a contractor to sort of get that kind of money. But actually you could do it very quickly. And most people think it's really difficult. And how would you do it very quickly? You go and learn to do the job. It's that simple. You've got Udemy. Udemy would, is that how you pronounce it? Udemy? Where you can do courses online, right? You can just go and learn something online. You've got LinkedIn. If you're a LinkedIn Premium member, you now have lynda.com. We love lynda.com. You can literally learn anything in the world on lynda.com. You've got YouTube, which I would say is not the good place to go. YouTube is great for learning stuff ad hoc, but it's not formalised training. And really, if you want to learn something formalised training, don't believe the people that say you need my £2,000 course. You don't. There's plenty of other courses that are cheap as chips, and you'll find them places like LinkedIn and lynda.com, Udemy. So then you say, well, okay, I can learn these things, but somebody's got to give me a chance, right? Now you can do this whilst you're doing your normal job. If you've got really the passion and commitment inside of you, you can do this whilst you're doing your normal job. So you do your normal job, you learn in the evenings or at the weekends, and you build those skills up, and whatever it may be, the best thing you can do is go and look on the job boards, and you can say, what's the jobs that pay this kind of money, like £500 per day. Look at those jobs, go and search for jobs where they're offering 100k. Danny's pimping the VIP life. Yeah, you could do MLM and stuff as well. Piss off, Danny. You're always trying to get on my lives and steal my people, aren't you? No, Danny's a good person to pay attention to as well. So yes, look for the jobs that are paying this kind of money, and then go and learn that trade. And people think like there's some secret sauce, like, oh, well, you must have had loads of experience. Well, no, I created the experience. How? I went and got contracts or gigs with other people. I didn't start at £500 a day. I started at maybe £30 an hour or £20 an hour, and I did a little bit here and there. And I got a bit of contracting experience. So by the time I actually went for a job where I got the contract, I could refer to things that I'd done in these sort of cheaper gigs. Remote working is a great example. You can get remote gigs for almost anything now, and if the price is right, you can even go and start learning your trade on Fiverr.com, get paid peanuts, but you're building up a portfolio and experience of people that are going to leave you reviews and stuff as well before you go and get the bigger jobs, worth the money. I remember being a teacher too, broke and stressed. I wasn't a teacher, I did work at school, but I was support staff. So worse than teachers, because we got treated like shit by the teachers. Hello to anyone that's support staff, I feel your pain. Okay, so that's the key, really. Just thought I'd do that for my live. I thought it'd be a bit of fun, just to show that it's possible, because certainly when you're skint as folk, which I certainly was, and still feel like I am, you look at these kind of numbers and think they are way beyond my limits. Any feedback? Love to hear it. Got to go and do that work I'm talking about now. Bye-bye, everyone. Let me just check any comments. Spammy Dick? Yes, you are, Danny. You get. Hey, Rosemary. Nice to have you on board. A whole bunch of people. It must be lunchtime because you're all here saying hello. Right, bye-bye, guys. If you ever want another editor's work, you know where I am. If you want to volunteer with us, mate, get some experience. No, don't think so. Can I make 100k without having a white beard? Mate, this is like a three-toned beard. I've got a bit of brown, a bit of ginger, and a bit of white. The missus loves it. What's wrong with you? I bet your missus loves it, Dana. I've seen, and you've got a bald head. Shut up. Anyway, bye.